sir. How are you? Holy, Carter. Yeah, I got a question. Good morning, Ron. Morning, Preston. Good afternoon, Ron. Jeff, you suck. Mr. Hoff, what can I do for you? Mr. Taylor, sir, how are you? Yes, I love you too. Sure, I'd be happy to take care of that. I want to show you, and Active wants to show you what it takes to do your order. Let me tell you quickly what I do, which is in the morning I come in and I've got, depending on the time of the year, between 10 and 40 or 50 orders. I quickly print them. I also create a PDF of them. And then when I get them all printed out, I don't really read them at that time. I print them out and then I organize them by who needs to be processed first. If you have a delivery tomorrow from Active and you're in the local delivery area, that needs to go in first. If your delivery day isn't for a couple of days, you go at the end of the list. If you're a common carrier, you get placed in between the people that need to be done immediately and the guys that don't get a delivery for several days. So I try and get orders to Active as quickly as possible so they can be processed and you can get them in a timely manner. I will take that sales order, enter it. I will print out a copy of it and place it next to your order, whether it was verbal, text, or emailed, and I will double check back and forth that I got everything correctly. Once I'm satisfied that I got the order correct, I will go ahead and generate a purchase order. That purchase order is created and sent to Active window. Once they receive a purchase order from me, they're going to show you what happens on their side. I want to take a minute to talk to you guys about common carrier shipping. Mountain Valley and ABF Freight are the primary carriers that Active uses. Mountain Valley ships to Nevada, Arizona, and Northern California, and they do a pretty good job. ABF ships everywhere else. Now, it's very expensive to ship common carrier, and we all hate damage. It's a lot of paperwork, and it's a big nightmare, and you don't have what you need. Nobody's happy. You're not happy, I'm not happy, Active's not happy, and of course ABF's not happy. To mitigate damage, Active puts a great deal of effort in wrapping in plastic, wrapping in cardboard, strapping, adding extra padding, adding extra cardboard, and then go ahead and putting everything in crates. We would like to use crates more often than not, but because of the length of material we send, the crates are enormous sometimes. 154 inches long, and very difficult for the freight companies to get off of the truck. So if you cannot accept a crate, please let me know, and I'll make sure to put no crate notations on my purchase orders to Active. Also, when they come to deliver, it's very important that you inspect the material and make sure that there's no damage. If you do not note any damage, Active will not make a freight claim for you. The freight claim would be then on you to make. And without documentation, every freight claim I ever tried to put in without documentation that something was damaged, I never got paid for it. You must have documentation at the time of the delivery. I don't care how nice the driver is, or if he says he'll make the note for you, you need to see that and get a copy of it at the time of delivery. There's no going back and making a freight claim after the fact. This year, a few of you guys got nailed with too much delivery time. I forget what they call it, but they spent too much time delivering at your house. Well, that isn't controlled by the driver. That is all done through satellite and the vehicle. So if ABF driver comes up, parks in front of your house and eats a sandwich, or in one case this year, the driver was off taking pictures of flowers in the garden. ABF doesn't know that. It looks like to them that they were making a delivery and the guy was there an hour and 15 minutes. And they're going to charge us that driver delayed delivery charge. And it's really hard to fight those. So please, when the driver pulls up, you need to jump on it, get it off, and get it out. All right, I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about some new products from Active this year. We have come up with 1x2 Carolina frame. The reason we're calling it Carolina frame is because it takes the flat spline. We will continue to have the round spline material for those of you west of the Rockies and Minnesota. East of the Rockies, I know you guys prefer the flat spline, so we've come up with a whole line of flat spline products to satisfy your needs. We will be also offering it in black, white, adobe, almond, and bronze. So that'll give you more color options than you're currently able to get. For you guys that we have to common carrier ship to, I recommend that we get these in the 12 and 8 foot lengths so they ship better. For those of you guys on the local delivery schedule in Southern California or on the Mountain Valley delivery, we could go ahead and do 16 footers. So that's the 1x2. We also did the 2x2. And I just want to give you a quick update on the 1x2 offset door jamb. You know, that fits over 2x2 material, fits over anybody's 2x2 material. We are currently working with Active to replace the rubber bulb seal that you have to pull all the way in with fuzzy weather strip. And what's going to be nice about that is you can install this and then take your weather strip, lay it down, and roll it in with your spline tool. So that'll make it a lot easier on your installs. So we're going to be really excited for that update. You guys know, and a lot of you have already purchased the 1/2x1 porch molding. Just want to remind you that that's good and in stock. Also, Q1 or probably first 2 weeks of January, Active is going ahead and producing their own flat spline. We're having them produce it in 2 different sizes, in 290, which seems to gonna work real well with the heavier fabrics and the tough screen, as well as the 315 flat spline that you're all currently used to. It's gonna have similar durometer, that's the density, as the Primeline material that I know you guys like, better than the stuff that's real hard that you're getting from Blues and other suppliers out east. So we'll be able to take care of your flat spline needs and give you a variety of sizes that'll work with different materials. Active has decided to upgrade the handle set on the Century and Gibraltar security doors, also the storm doors. Some of you may be very familiar with it. It's the Whitco Tasman security door lock. This lock will be coming out mid Q2. So March, April, probably April. A lot of you guys are probably already familiar with it. Currently used by Titan on their security door. A version of it is used by Vista and R. Lang. So it's been in the field, it's been proven for several years. The only difference is ours is not gonna have all the Mickey Motion 3-point locking system. It's just gonna be a straight deadbolt. Active is going to go ahead and have new keyed cylinders made from a new manufacturer that's not in China. So no more of this stupid big thumb turn that gets in the way. They don't have the samples yet, but I understand they're coming. The quality is going to be much better, and you're going to be able to get those keyed alike. And I believe in Kwikset and Schlage per your request. 1x2 Carolina frame that accepts the flat spline and screw into the wall. It makes the corner appear to be mitered. I like to use 1x2 offset door jamb kit. So when I go to set this post, I'm gonna use a scrap of it so I can make sure everything's nice and tight. And this way it looks real nice with the door jamb running all the way down to the bottom. Guys have asked about Capri clips. I call them C-clips. All I do is I take a scrap of the 1x2 U-channel, measure off every 2 inches, and make a mark. And then just cut them real quick on the old chop saw. I'll be right back. Yeah, I made them that quick. Now these will be mounted in here. Create our header for our swinger, and then we'll go ahead and put the 1x2 offset door jamb in. Neat. Slips over 2x2 and creates a door jamb. If you notice here, you've got a groove, and this stuff used to come with rubber bulb seal that you had to feed in from the end and then trim. We are experimenting with fuzzy weather stripping, and what's nice about that is you can lay it here and then run your tool and run it in and then trim it. It'll make it a lot easier and quicker for install. Another thing I really like about this is if you notice this groove is here for a reason. That's where you put your screw so it doesn't wander when you're running them in. All right, you see you got your U-channel up here. You need to fill these gaps and create a spline groove. Now, a lot of guys, and I do, like to fill in with 1x2 because it's a little less expensive. It's easier to ship, but some guys like to use the 2x2. So the 1x1 looks like this when it's installed, and you would just run a couple of screws in. Obviously black screws are going to look a heck of a lot better. And then over here, here's an example of using 2x2, and the same thing. You'd run some screws in here, here, and here to hold it in. Then you have your spline groove all the way around. And that is basically how you build a patio enclosure. Obviously, it'd be a lot easier if it was inside a frame. I was screwing to post and a header, but you get the gist. And the main thing is I wanted to show you guys how the 1x2 offset door jamb works. Makes a fantastic surface for mounting active swinging screen doors. Here are some drawings I did for Jeff SM229, and like I said, I'll be happy to figure out what materials, make you a material list, get you a quote so you could bid a job and make your drawings. On behalf of Active Window, Janine, my wife Lori, and myself, thank you very much for your business. We really appreciate you, and looking forward to having a very successful 2021, and we will be here to help you. Thanks for watching.